week we've been given permission to come and work down at the Tower foreshore, which is hugely exciting. It's an area that's normally closed off to the public, only open once every year over the archaeology weekend, which is coming up this weekend. And we've been given permission to come down and do an archaeological survey prior to that event happening. And we're also working with the Society of Thames Mudlarks and the Portable Antiquities Scheme to look at artefacts that are coming up on the foreshore surface.
So we're here at the Tower foreshore and I'm working with the Mudlarks to do a finds survey, recording where the finds are coming up, their age, what they are, that sort of thing. So we've had a couple of exceptional finds up over the days that we've been working down here. We've had a stone cannonball mortar type object, and also a lead alloy pewter syringe, which probably used for the treatment of syphilis.
I've been mudlarking for about 35 years. I started as a schoolboy and I've just carried on doing it ever since. It's just so interesting to actually get back to real history and sort of find some things yourself. And this particular site is in danger of being eroded away, so it's a kind of bit of a race against time to get it all recorded, find any small metalwork that might be here, pottery, everything, you know, before the tide takes it away.
By studying the river wall, we can really look at the history of London and the river. For example, this wall here shows us a massive change in building technique with different types of stone, and that's a blocking of the river wall which once allowed the Tower of London moat to flow directly into the Thames. We know it was blocked in 1802. So these stones mark the 1802 blocking, and these stones mark the original, we think in this case, 17th century river wall. And above it we've got a series of heightenings representing continuing sea level rise in the 17th, 19th and 20th century, including of course the heightenings after the 1953 flood and the most recent heightenings which relate to the building of our dear friend the Thames Barrier. We can also look at the biodiversity on the river wall and see how the algae is growing, and we often get right down at the bottom of the foreshore a very clean line which has recently been exposed but no growth on it, and that means the foreshore is still dropping to this day.
Just standing in front of Traitors Gate, which has been covered up for maybe the last 10-15 years, but also noticing on the left hand side pitted stone which would be the result of war damage. This whole area obviously was raided by the Luftwaffe in the early part of the war, so there's evidence of what went on during the war.
What I'm doing here is updating the alpha survey for the site, and what we've been doing is going around and seeing if these features numbered on the map are still there, if they've changed, if they've been more revealed, and anything new that's not on here we're sort of adding so that we can make sure we've gotten as many of the features recorded as possible.
So it's July on the foreshore of the Thames. We've had a great week here. We have had the most volunteers we've ever had to one of our projects. We've made some really fantastic discoveries. We've got at the east end of the site a whole new structure that wasn't here at the time of the original survey in 1998. And we think it's probably a river stair leading down from the wharf, so leading down from this working end of the Tower of London. And I really hope that everyone has enjoyed their time on the Tower of London foreshore. It's been a great week.